can you comment at all on the, I don't want to get pejorative here, but on the type of clientele you get in this? I mean, as far as
Alcohol drinkers.
Sorry, could you elaborate?
well,
Do you expect troublemakers?
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Definitely see a different clientele than, because we've had this spot since 2011, and from 2011 to 2014, we were known as Tap Out Liquors. We didn't rebrand until 2014, and ever since we've rebranded, we've definitely seen a different clientele.
And your landlord has confirmed that, was very pleased that, you know, that it's more upscale, not that they really felt they had a problem with tap out liquors, but they definitely feel it's more upscale. I know I personally feel that way. I have gone in there to buy Christmas gifts and such. Craft beers, hands down, are more expensive than, you know, going to buy your bargain case of beer.
He's done away.
You know, it definitely attracts a different clientele. And hence, that's why also the tasting, you know, not so much these days, but in the past, I've been a wine connoisseur and have gone to tastings, and before you spend money on wine, you want to taste it, know what you're buying. And really the same thing applies here. I'm more than happy to pay the price for the craft beer, but you want to know what it is and what it tastes like.
So we're looking to have something in the March meeting.
Yes, so the question is, I would ask for you to get comments to me, or concerns would be, does it matter to you whether it's every day of the week, or would you like limited days of the week? Is it a concern for you whether food is being brought in from the outside? Or if so, that we recommend signage or something as far as, you know, in a timely, with timely manner, and, you know, your 2 servings, and please.
What kind of food are you anticipating? Just that people will bring their sandwiches in, or are you talking about getting things catered? I'm not quite sure.
We're expecting like more so just food options from the strip mall, or fast food or something. So mostly just a bento or Subway, just bringing it over and having a pint with lunch or dinner.
Does Bento serve alcohol?
Yes. It's not their mainstream, I
But
don't
it's
think,
available.
but it's available.
But it's not craft.
No, they don't have craft beers.
No, I was just wondering,
Yeah.
I mean, so we have alcohol being sold in the strip mall now.
Yes.
So this really isn't really that big of a,
No, it's not a huge change, but it's a change. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I will be getting their comments back. I certainly don't hear any serious objections, so it looks like we'll be formulating an ordinance, and I can let you know later if there was any specifics that we have concerns about. But it looks like there will be a liquor license category added for you, and we would adopt that at the March meeting.
Thank you for all your time.
All right, thank you. All right, we wish you the best of luck.
okay, this is getting long, so I will quickly. I've spoken to you before about held a couple meetings about parking restrictions. The police were represented, Dave Schultz for snow plowing, Mike Powell, myself, a couple of your commanders. We looked throughout the village at problems, basically safety concerns. Where could we not get emergency vehicles through because of the parking situation? You may not be able to see this real well. That'd be some of the things I point out, but I'll leave it up here and for you to look at. There are two colors indicated on the map. A yellow are current parking restrictions. We have one by the park on Haynes Drive, and then we have Holiday Lane, where those restrictions have been there for a long time. Here's what we're looking. Here's what our group has recommended. On Triumph Court and on West Bighorn, no parking West Bighorn in the entranceway at all. And it's got a median strip there. You don't want parking because it would block traffic. Restricting parking on one side, and that's the fire hydrant side of West Bighorn, and also the fire hydrant side of Triumph Court in the inside of that circle. Our belief is that if it's restricted to those locations, a fire truck, an ambulance, police car can get through without difficulty. Tall Drive, just the entranceway, where there's a median strip, and no parking either side. This particular curve on Cranberry Lake Drive has been used for parking a lot, and it's a visual problem. Traffic coming this way or this way, if there are vehicles parked here, especially since there's a business truck that's been parking there for a bit, you can't see around. So we restrict part of the curve. The entrance, Cranberry Drive, up to Celebration Drive. Once again, there's a median and a lot of traffic flow. We want to reduce congestion. Misty Hill, just the entranceway. No parking either side. Entranceway to Deer Point and Misty Hill. Yeah, already got that. Okay. Back up to Patriot Drive. Entranceway to the curve, just around the curve, no parking either side. On the west side, which is the fire hydrant side, if I recall correctly, no parking. That's also the driveway side, so there's limited parking there already. When I took over for Linda for a couple of weeks, in that short period of time, I received 3 calls about this curve right here. It's a short radius curve. Engineers pointed out it's all of about 75-foot curve. And again, it's visual blockage, and it just would be tough to get an emergency vehicle around there. Yes, ma'am?
We noticed that coming off, I guess that's Patriot, and going, move up, no, that way, yeah.
North.
Where you have it's still white.
This,
Yes.
it's yellow, it's actually yellow.
Yeah, that's a problem. When you're turning, when you're making a right-hand turn, and cars are parked there, it's very,
On Dean's Drive?
yes.
This side is restricted. The north side, the park side, is already restricted.
Yes, no,
People that park on the south side, it's very weird when you make a turn.
But isn't it by the curve no more? 'Cause
That's the
it's
curve here.
That's the curve. It's usually.
This curve, I
this
think, is
route.
No, it's the first curve.
turning on Patriot Drive on the hands.
Yeah.
I've never encountered that.
Yeah, 'cause-
I think you're thinking of the second.
no, 'cause isn't it,
Close to the
that's
intersection.
near
The
Margaret's
chief-
house, right, George?
Yeah,
That first curve.
yeah.
And remember she was talking to you?
No, Margaret's house is further down by where it's red anyway, I thought. Doesn't Margaret live near Chris Larson?
Yeah.
Yes, she
Yeah.
lives right around the corner.
That's this curve, I believe.
No,
No, it's before the curve. It's the first driveway.
It's here.
Oh, if it's here,
Yeah,
No.
so you're coming in, and Chris Larson lives over here, so does
I
Margaret.
think
No.
she's speaking about
No.
right here where this turn is.
Yes, it's right there.
And there's a driveway.
Cars parked very close to this area.
Yes.
okay. We'll look at it,
Yeah.
okay? That's why we're doing this, is sharing the information.
Okay.
This curve, no parking either side. Tower Drive on the east side from Hunter's Way up to the 2 sides, just no parking on one side. That's essentially it. Well, once again, it's safety based, and when we first drew this map up in our first meeting, we had almost every curve redlined. And then we thought, we have to live with these residents. We have to live here. And all the chief, well, he's armed, so we're not. So we trimmed it down to the areas that we thought were most important for snow plowing and getting emergency vehicles through. If you want, instead of me, I don't really want to leave this here, it's the only copy. I have a PDF, I'll just email it to everybody so you can take a look at it. The plan is that if we approve it, to a public meeting, maybe a precursor to one of our regular board meetings, and accept public input. And then before we come up with the final decision. Questions?
Yeah, two questions. Do we have, I assume we have to have an order, if we decide on this, we have to have an order.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Jim
second-
Rock has already been primed for it. Once we decide what it's going to be, he'll put it in the legal language.
Okay, and the second is, do we have to check with any Lake County?
No, these are municipal streets.
Yeah, these are our streets.
These are municipal
So we can
streets,
do
yes.
whatever
We would
Yeah.
have to put signage up.
Yeah, well,
No
Yeah.
parking between signs, and
Yeah.
Mike has already figured it in the budget, so if we do go this way, we will be prepared. Sure.
One other thing, would you also be, within that ordinance, putting in a certain distance for stop sign, parking by stop signs? In other words, especially
That's
by
already on
our
the
house.
books, isn't it?
That's,
Yeah, we've already adopted the Illinois Vehicle Code, so that should already be in the ordinances through the vehicle code.
okay,
So we can already write those.
okay.
All right, well, we don't always write them,
Right.
right? I mean,
Lots
that's
of
more of
times
a
we give warnings,
judgmental.
or, if there's a complaint, we may go out and write it, but we're not looking to cite people, punitively, but certainly if somebody's parked right on top of the stop sign, and we haven't written it, give us a call, we'll come out and write it.
Wouldn't we want to maybe set examples at first so that this doesn't continue to happen constantly, because it happens by us constantly?
Well,
Okay, and if you want me to call every night, I can call every night.
no, we'll just,
Well, what I'm saying is, we have these ordinances, and I believe that they should be enforced.
It's a state law.
That's state law, and when we don't look at it and say, yeah, well, we're not gonna do it and not enforce it, we're sending a message that it's not gonna ever happen.
I think our issue is when we get into enforcement like that, blanket enforcement like that, what ends up happening is you get a lot of pushback at the village hall level. You get a lot of phone calls and things like that. You're prepared to
Well,
handle that.
Yeah. I'm guessing that this sounds like a situation where it is a known individual that's obviously repeatedly doing this, right? This isn't random, different.
There's multiple, because of where that stop signs, and it's not just one, but there's a lot of other cars that do follow throughout the whole, like on Sundays and stuff like that. So there are a lot of issues right there at that corner.
do we ever make an issue of it publicly as to, that we have a problem? I mean, certainly,
Well, yeah, but you can hope they read the newsletter.
Yeah, but, truly, you just pick up a phone after they get their first ticket, they'll probably be done.
Yeah, well, that's what I
So,
meant.
we tend to warn before we actually write a citation. Sometimes we can't, so.
It might be something that we want to spend some time educating the public on.
yeah.
Maybe this is something to bring up when we have the
That's-
meeting
yeah.
for the parking, is that here are issues that we're hearing about and observing. We're gonna be doing some sweeps later, so people need to be aware.
Some people just don't know.
Yeah.
If you had asked me a month ago whether I knew you couldn't park within 30 feet of a stop sign, I would have said no. Of
Really?
course, it's not on my side of the street.
They're really one on your side of the street. And there are people that park there.
Well, and you know
Any
what?
other questions? Thank you.
Yeah, I want to add just a couple quick comments. So Jerry and I are both, Dina, you as well, are longtime residents, Roseanne, we've survived 20-some years with conditions that we've had, okay? But we've had problem areas. In fact, when I came into office 8 years ago, I immediately made that street on the one side by Union Square Park, a no parking zone. And then we've had, these are the main problematic areas that we keep having problems with. Some are related to Avon Ball Field when it's ball season. Some are just related to, I feel there's more cars than ever. So, we have a lot of households that now have driving age kids. We have a very common demographic So we have a lot of driving age kids, and there was a lot more cars, hence why we've been having such an increase of problems. So, you know, as Jerry said, when this first started out, there was, you know, well, no parking here, no parking there, but you have to be reasonable. So I think this is a good starting point. I mean, please bring up other concerns, but, you know, it's not that you can't add more later. Let's see what this does, and if this controls it. We want to be reasonable. People need to have options for parking, but we also need visibility for safety, and we need to make sure that emergency vehicles can get through. And I do want to assure the public, they will get through. I've been with fire chiefs, I know Chief Perlini will confirm this, the fire truck will get through. You'll be amazed what they can push out of the way.
Yeah, might hurt, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know what your vehicle's gonna look like afterwards, but they will get there, so. And then the other comment I want to add is when you're thinking about this, is that keep in mind, if there is a significant weather event and we have a major blizzard, we have the authority for an emergency situation to change the rule temporarily. So we don't have to think of every scenario, you know. That's when the CTY calls out and the officers are out and you're letting people know you need to get your car off the streets now and keep them off the streets because the plows are out or whatever is going on. So we still have that authority and that action. That's it. Any other comments? Any public comments?
You know, going back to the stop signs and everything else I was thinking before, maybe if we look at signage, educate them by the signage, you know, putting them up, you know, but that's the cost, and you have to look at it in the budget, and might need to look into what the signs would cost. You know, no parking from here to the stop sign, you know, or whatever.
Yes.
So you-
I hear what you're saying, and I love signage because people need to know the rules or need to know information. On the other hand, we don't want to get sign crazy.
Well,
So you gotta do a happy medium, or in cases where you can put two signs on a post. There's certain laws that won't let you do that, but anytime you can do that, it helps, because we don't want signposts all up and down the street either.
Well, what about the painted curbs, where they paint them yellow or something for no parking?
We could, but for snow, they're not gonna see it.
No,
No,
for
they're
snow,
not visible.
no. Well, that rule is already well-known, widely published. I mean, this is just more for,
Visibility, it's
Yeah.
more maintenance for public works,
Right.
but that doesn't mean we wouldn't do it. So that was brought up. Something to think about some more.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 8:34.